Well, let's have a look ahead to this weekend. Had a bit of a gap since we last spoke to you. What sort of shape are the squad in going into this weekend? Everybody fit? Everyone injury-free, ready to go?
No, we've got a few niggles still. Kaylee Green woke up this morning feeling quite unwell, poorly. Inessa has been pinged, so we'll be out. Has to isolate for now 10 days. So we're a little bit light, but we're readjusting things, and that's why you have a squad of players. So we're trying to prepare in the best way possible.
And how are you feeling? Obviously, there is increasing uncertainty around now with the Omicron variant, case numbers rising. How are you feeling, managing a squad right now with sort of growing health concerns in the city?
We just try and follow the protocols as best we can. We're doing everything that's being asked of us from the club perspective. The players are aware. They're constantly being reminded of trying to be sensible, hand washing, wearing the mask, etc., etc. I don't think there's anything else we can do, but we're taking every precaution we can to ensure that everybody stays well and healthy.
And you mentioned those couple of injury concerns, ping concerns, that sort of thing. But how are you feeling going into this weekend? You're off the back of a couple of defeats, but that was back last month. So has that break been good to sort of regroup, reform, get a positive mindset going into this weekend against Man United?
Yeah, we think so. A lot of players went away on international duty. A lot of the young players went away, so really good experience for them. Obviously, some of them come back a little bit fatigued after quite a demanding World Cup qualifiers, but the cup final weekend, we didn't have a fixture, so it gave us a little bit of time, certainly for those players to recover. So we've just prepared as best we can with the numbers we have in the normal way. I think the defeat against Reading, while we played quite well in the second half, we were very, very disappointed with the result. So I think it would be really good to get going again. We know that Man United pose a real threat, but we prepare as best we can, and just hopefully on our day, a bit of luck, a bit of good play, we go into the game with some confidence.
And let's not forget, Brighton still third in the table, Man United sixth in the table. On paper, it's looking good. How important is it to you, Hope, that you remain in that top three? I know the margins are incredibly tight.
Well, the idea is that we go into every game and we try to win the game. We've had a really good start to the season. We're under no illusions that things can change very, very quickly. If you drop points, the margins, as you said, are quite small between the teams that are below us. So we've just got to try and take care of ourselves. We've done well so far. We just need to carry it forward into the next game.
And you'll be supporting the Rainbow Laces campaign this weekend. How important is it to you that those campaigns are supported, that it's visible, that the players are wearing those coloured shirts, that message is very much out there on the pitch this weekend?
Yeah, and every other weekend I have my rainbow laces in my boots all year. I think it's really important to be inclusive. It's a game for everybody, and everybody should have that freedom to be exactly who they want to be without any fear or discrimination. So certainly for me, I'm really pleased that the club promote it, that we are part of something that is important to players, important to me. Great. Let's celebrate it. Why not?
And just one final question for me. Back at home in Crawley this weekend, it is important to get the fans there, isn't it? It's important to get the fans behind you. What do you say to people who are thinking, maybe I'll come, maybe I won't this Sunday?
Come. Don't think about it. Just come along. I think it'll be a really good spectacle, a good game of football. And I think with the support that we've had over the few years, if we can get more, I think it really lifts the girls and they really appreciate it. So from my point of view, we'd love to see everybody there. Those that are a bit indecisive, just come and have a look and cheer the team on.
Thanks so much, Hope. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Thanks, Juliet. Emma. Morning, Hove. How are you?
Good morning, how are you?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Good.
Just kind of wanted to touch on what you were saying to Juliet before about the Reading game and obviously London City Lionesses. I think it's the first time since January this year that you've actually had back-to-back defeats. So yeah, I just kind of wondered what the mindset was because yeah, you haven't really been used to kind of losing back-to-back games recently. So did the squad kind of feel that, or did it just kind of feel like just like normal really?
What's normal? I'm not sure what normal is. I think we have to appreciate that the games, some you will win, some you will lose. We strive to win every game. Reading, we weren't particularly pleased, but we played well. We created opportunities. We actually scored a goal that was given offside, that when you look back on the fifth footage, it wasn't offside. But, we've had luck in other games that have helped us. So I'm not going to moan about that too much. So yeah, we were disappointed with that game. We thought if we got the 3 points, it would really put us in a really strong position. It would widen the gap with the teams below us because those numbers and those margins are quite small. But then you have to very quickly move on. And I think London City, I think credit to them. It was a real opportunity to play some of our younger players who haven't had a lot of minutes, and you take that risk sometimes going into those games. But we take learning from it, and hopefully we build on it and do better next time. That's all we can do.
Yeah, and just on Manchester United, we know we saw a lot of Mark Skinner when he was at Birmingham. Now obviously he's come back and he's tried to implement a new style at Manchester United. What have you made of kind of his time in charge so far and their progress under him?
I haven't really thought about it. I'm just dealing with the game that's coming up for us. I don't really, what he does at Man United is what he does. It doesn't concern me until we have to play them. But he's a really good guy. He's got a lot of experience. He did really well with Birmingham. He's trying to embed his philosophy. He's got a great squad of players. But from my perspective and what we're trying to do, our job is to try and beat them on the day based on the information we have around the team. And that's what we're planning for and prepping for.
Yeah, just finally, I wanted to ask about Minzola because obviously when she came in the summer, she hadn't really played too much football at Liverpool in the previous 6 months. So we've not seen too much of her. So just kind of wondered where she's at in terms of her fitness and what your kind of ambitions are with her, really, I guess, over the next few months.
Well, at the moment, not fit enough. And at this point, that's all I'm prepared to say on that.
Okay. Thanks, Hope. Take care.
Okay. Thank you.
Sandra.
Hi, Hope. Belated happy birthday and apologies, my camera's on the blink this morning. How are you doing?
I'm very sad that I can't see you, Sandra.
I'm sorry, I'm just a black spot. Well, at the moment, just a black square. I was just going to ask, obviously, Man United's start has been a bit mixed and they're, 3 points behind, I believe, in the table. Given that they've had the mixed start and there've been a few occasions when they've conceded late, what's the mentality for your players going into this and their thoughts on their chances against Mark Skinner's team?
I think, as I said before, we just prepare based on the information we have, based on what we've seen. We know where they are in the table. They know where we are in the table. We know and recognise we've got to be at our best. We feel that in every game we play because it's really tough. It's a tough league. It's tough for us. But if we want to get something out of the game, we recognise we have to be at our best in order to get something. And we recognise it's going to be a tough game. And that's all we can do. I think just because they've conceded late in games, just because perhaps they're not in the position that everybody would have expected them to be in, that they're moot points. It's all about the game on Sunday and what you do in the game on Sunday. Nothing else really matters. So they've got to just deal with it in the moment, play well, and hopefully we do a good job and come away with something.
Obviously, we're towards coming towards Christmas, and how are your players feeling about being in this position at this point? Are they just batting it off and just like you're saying, just focused on each game rather than the fact that there you are contesting for this top 3 spot?
We're under no illusion that things can very, very quickly change. We've got a hard run of games coming up. Next weekend it's Arsenal. Straight after Christmas it's Man City. I think we're really, really pleased that we've started very well. I think the challenge now for us is to be consistent and keep playing well, and hopefully, we haven't always played well and won the games. We've played badly and got points. We've played well and lost points. I think Reading was a really good example of that. But our job, everybody's job, is to just keep focused, do the best and be the best you can in terms of preparation and playing, and hopefully you keep picking up points. It's nice that we're not floating around the bottom. The players deserve to be where they are because of effort and attitude. But as I said, how quickly it can change, and we just want to keep progressing and looking up.
And then just one final one for me. I see Maisie Simmons winning a goal of the month award. I mean, how do you feel about her development so far this season? Another, good young player coming through the ranks.
Yeah, really pleased. When she stepped up for the free kick, I knew she would have the audacity to try and score. She's highly technical. I think she's still learning. Her trade still needs to be in a position where she can show off her talent for 90 minutes. She isn't quite there yet. She's got a little way to go, but she offers a lot. But she's still in that development phase, still learning the game, and I definitely think one for the future.